One check.
Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Vanzant, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all.
Theo Hughley, you listen to the Man Cave Morning Show on BKS1 Radio. Theo Hughley, you listen to the Man Cave.
Good afternoon. Good morning in certain parts of the world. What's up, bro? Good to see you on the Man Cave Morning / Afternoon Show.
We here, we in the building.
No doubt. We in the building.
Yes, sir.
Ready to rock. Happy Monday, beautiful people.
Yeah, man. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day.
This is Indigenous Peoples Day?
Yes, for all those who are off the Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. We got rid of the robber, the stealer, the rapist day.
Okay. All right, we're going to talk about that later on in the show. But first and foremost, let me introduce my partner to my right. The man I always had the plan, and together we understand. We call him what? Smooth P.
And my brother sitting next to me, the man sitting here in the red, who sometimes I think is gotta be all up in my head. We call him the one, the only, Storm Norm, the General.
Get over it, bro.
I'm starting to think he's really peeking in my windows. I'm about to put up some more cameras.
Over it, bruh.
See what's going on.
All right. First and foremost, man, shout out to everybody watching us live right now on BKS1 Radio TV, on YouTube. Find us there right now live. You can also find us right now live on Twitter and Periscope. at Storm of BKS1, and then we retweet that to at BKS1 Radio ENT, so you can watch either one, on Twitter. Also, shout out to everybody watching us live right now on FB. Salute to everybody on FB, and shout out to everybody listening to us live on the TuneIn app. All right, on the TuneIn app. Download it. It's free, people. Get the free version. If you don't have it by now, you need to have it. You can listen to BKS1 Radio on all your favorite radio stations around the world on the TuneIn app. All right, so make sure you download that. You see us right there, right along with High 97, WBLS, and there's BKS1 Radio. All right, so you can listen to all your favorite stations. All right, get that TuneIn app, the free version. All right, and yes. Let's start off with just saying I had a very busy week. We had a very busy week.
Yeah, man.
And but I'm not mad at it. I'm thankful. I'm thankful.
It's blessed to be busy.
It started off with Thursday at the Rutgers Ungala.
Yes. Great event.
Yes. Great event. A lot of influential people there, a lot of shakers and money makers there.
Yes.
And they selected us here, BKS1 Radio, to provide them with the music and the audio and the sounds and everything. So peace and blessings to everybody there at the Rutgers. Newark Express. Newark Express, shout out to my man Jeff Billingsley and just everybody involved there, and the rest of the alumni. Also, then Friday, it went down at TGI Fridays, which you need to be at this week. And we're going to be celebrating my man Tic Tac's birthday. DJ Tactics from the FM Philly station. He coming through. He going to rock out. And, so that's going to be a lot of fun this Friday. So make sure y'all come out. The TGI Friday is located at 1315 Centennial Avenue, Piscataway, New Jersey. It's the official Friday Night Live. It's going down this Friday. All right. The happy hour mix from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. It's going down. So get in the building, get your half-price appetizers and your drinks. We're going to party. We're going to have fun. We turn Fridays into the club. We're just going to have a good time, man. So shout out to y'all. See y'all this Friday. And then Saturday, I was blessed enough to rock out for the after party at NJ Pack. NJ Pack for the Temptations and the Four Tops concert. Listen, man, it was lit. It was lit, man. People came out of there.
The youngsters.
Yeah. And partied and just had a good time and everything. It was a blessing just to see the energy in there, and people was just having a good time. I love to see that. I want to thank everybody at NJ Pack too. They treated me like a king. It treated me and my wife very well. That's how you're supposed to treat your DJ and everything. And I wish a lot more clients, when people book you for things, they treat you exceptional, and which NJ Pack did. So salute to you all at NJ Pack. Shout out to Aisha, shout out to Najia, shout out to Toya, everybody, man. It was a great experience. The energy was in the building. I will be back at NJ Pack at November 19th. November 14th. I'm messing up dates. November 14th for the Shaka Khan concert. Yeah, Shaka's going to do her thing at NJ Pack. I will be back there again, rocking the after party for Shaka Khan's concert and everything. So salute, peace and blessings to NJ Pack, man. So I'll be back in the building. So make sure you get your tickets, man. Tickets are on sale now for NJ Pack. Just go to wherever NJ Pack sells their tickets. And get your tickets for Shaka Khan. That's November 14th. So y'all come on out and have a good time and then rock out with your boy DJ Storm Norm for the after party. All right, because I will be in the building just doing what I love to do. So shout out to everybody on that. And then Sunday was the Final Deceit, the last performance of this year. In 2019, it was Final Deceit, the stage play. It was at the Ducray School of Art, and it was just an awesome production. Shout out to Juanita and her husband Eli, the writer, director of the play and everything. The cast, shout out to the cast. I had a great time. working with everybody on the cast and everything, and everybody did their thing, man. So salute to y'all. If you missed Final Deceit, because we did parts 1 and 2, you really missed a great show, great performance.
Definitely a great show.
And we just had a great time putting up this photo for y'all right now. I'm getting it together right now as we speak. Here it is. Here's the cast right here, doing what they do. We just finished the performance and everything, and we took this pic. But you see the great cast right there. That's everybody that rocked out and did their thing. And in the front, you see Eli and Juanita, the directors and the writer of the cast of the play. And it just was a great event, man. I had a long ass weekend, so I'm tired as hell. But I'm just lucky to be here. I am happy to be here. So let's go. We're gonna have an interesting show today, because what sparked this topic is actually Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. So the question I'm asking y'all today is, your mate dresses too sexy at work and puts up overly sexy pics on social media. How would you approach that situation? How would you approach that situation? Phone lines is open. Call in 646-233-1302. So, Pete, you know I'm going right with you, bruh. So, you get up in the morning, check your phone, look at your Facebook, and you see your wife in a bathing suit all on FB, and it was just like, here's my goodies. And then she getting dressed going to work, and it's like the short skirt or the tight painted on tight pants and everything, low cut, cleavage showing. How you gonna approach that situation?
Ask her where the hell she thinks she going. Basically, like, you know me, I ain't no cookie cutter. I don't beat around no bushes. I don't pull no punches. But hey, like, what's going on? Like, where you going dressed like that without me? Oh, I'm just going to work, you know. You going to work like that? Yeah. What's wrong with this? Oh, okay, no problem. So there's nothing wrong. Like I said, how I always feel about things: what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So if you want to go out with your goodies all hanging out, then don't be mad at me when I go out with my goodies hanging out. Because I told y'all before, I'm getting the crotchless pants out, or I might just decide to wear some chaps. No drawers or nothing, just straight chaps. And hey babe, I'm on my way to work. Where you think you going like that? I'm going to work. What you talking about? You ain't gonna look like that, but why not? It was good. It was okay when you had your boobs out, your butt out. So, you know, I look at it like that. If it's something you ain't gonna like, then you can't expect me to like.
I'm just saying. Okay, so I hear a lot of women say when their husband is like feeling some type of way because they dressing too sexy to go to work, or they dressing too sexy in public, or putting up crazy pics on social media that's exposing a lot. I hear the clapback from the women is usually like, well, when you met me, I was dressing like that. Absolutely. I was wearing this.
Absolutely. But when I met you, you also was single. That's how we became a couple, because I met you. So there are different standards for single people and people in relationships or married, right? Yeah. Single people could go out, and if they feel like it, they could screw as many people as they want. If they want to screw Tom, Dick, and Harry, literally, throughout the week, they could do that, right? But if you're married, you can't go out and screw Tom, Dick, and Harry, right? You can't do that. So you got to realize there are two different set of rules for different relationships. You can't do the same thing as a married or in relationship woman that you did as a single woman. You just cannot. And if you think that is fine as a man and or a woman, then you're in for a load of trouble.
All right, and let's go into this. So,
yes,
do y'all think there's a line or boundaries when it comes to being too revealing on social media in a relationship or marriage? Or do y'all think establishing healthy boundaries in a relationship is being insecure? When you're like, nah, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be wearing it. Is that a sign of insecurity, or no? You just want your mate to be respectful when they go out. So
that didn't even sound right. Or do you leave it up there? Or do y'all think establishing healthy boundaries in a relationship is being insecure? That sounds dumb as hell to even put that into a sentence
I get it
like
though,
that.
but I get it.
To establish healthy boundaries is being insecure.
If you think it's healthy boundaries, some people see it's all how you see it. Some women may see that as controlling. Babe, let's establish this little boundary right now. I don't think you should be going outside, going to work, dressing a little provocative like that's a little bit too provocative. And I don't think you should be putting this picture up with you on a bathing suit like this, showing all your goodies and this and that. So that's just that. I get it. So, but then some people can view that as controlling. Some people could view that as insecure.
But it
depends on how you view it.
It's actually not. If you think about it, though. So if you're just randomly posting up pictures of you in bathing suits and you're in a relationship, if you're on vacation, I get it. If you're on vacation and you're showing pictures from your vacation, how much you were enjoying it, and you're on the beach or you're at the pool and you're showing a picture in your bikini, that's cool. But if it's just Monday, you ain't been nowhere except for at Walmart over the weekend, but Monday you decided you're gonna post this bikini pic with your breast all up, and you always got to scoot around to the side, so then y'all got to show the back with the thong on, and you don't want to, like, what are you doing that for if you're in a relationship?
I like what Barb said. Question of the day would be, are we getting paid for you to advertise what's mine?
Can I clap it up?
Fix it.
Clap it up.
Fix it. She said fix it.
Clap it up. Exactly. If you're a model,
if anyone wants to advertise to me, they're looking to sell.
Absolutely.
Damn.
What are you selling? If you are going to work dressing provocatively, why? For what reason? What are you trying to accomplish at work dressing provocatively? Whom are you trying to impress, and for what reason?
True indeed. True indeed. Now, we're going to run the clip right now with Kanye talking about how he feels about his wife, Kim Kardashian. What did y'all get from this clip? Is Kanye right? Is Kanye wrong? Here's the clip.
Give me really bad anxiety. What are you talking about?
Why is that giving you anxiety to say that?
Because you knew last night I was having really bad anxiety, and I don't need any more negative energy for you to now say that you're not into me wearing a tight dress.
You are my wife, and it affects me when pictures are too sexy.
You built me up to be this like sexy person and confidence and all this stuff. Yeah. And just because you're on a journey and you're on your transformation doesn't mean that I'm in the same spot with you. So.
Okay. All right. So. All right. Cool.
More time. That's absolutely ridiculous. Give me really bad anxiety. What are you talking about?
I hope she understands that was like a woman's all right when y'all be like, oh all right. That definitely was not all right. That's like when a man and woman's having a conversation or whatever, and the woman like, okay, all right. You know that shit ain't all right. Here we go. We about to go for round 2 arguments, and he left the room. So my question is this: why would you not take that with a grain of salt with your husband? If your husband is telling you that he's uncomfortable with you portraying yourself that way out in public or to other people, why would you not take heed and listen to that? Why would your rebuttal be, well, you built me up to be this sexy woman and be confident, and although you're going through your transformation, I'm not there with you. I'm not going through it with you, so you can't expect me to want to, like, really? Well, let me finish now. So now, what if he decided to start doing all these things that you don't necessarily like, and you voice your opinion, and he ignores you? All hell's gonna break loose. I could tell you that with any woman. If a woman tells you she feels some type of way about something and you ignore the hell out of her, like, she's a fly on the wall, all hell is about to break loose in a relationship. oh no, you ain't gonna ignore me. I told you I didn't like this, and you did it anyway, and da 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 da. And it's not like he doesn't have a valid point and or excuse, if you want to call it that. Like you said, you are my wife, and it makes me uncomfortable when you put pictures of yourself out there like that. Why? Because it warrants unneeded attention that is not needed. If you are married, right? And I'm not saying that once you're married you're supposed to let yourself go and, well, I found somebody so I don't care. You always are supposed to keep yourself up no matter what. But my thing is, once you do things when you're still in the field fishing, and then you act a certain way when you're married. When you're married and you do have your mate, you shouldn't still be fishing. And to me, when you're dressing provocatively and you're putting these pictures out there all the time, and you're portraying yourself a certain way, that's still fishing to me. A married person doesn't still do that. You should not still be looking for that attention in that manner. And if your mate tells you directly, not beats around the bush, but tells you directly, hey, this bothers me, you should listen as his wife and or as the husband. If not, whatever happens at that point is on you, and you cannot be upset. If things go left after they've told you, then that is totally your fault, because you took no heed to what the warnings that they were giving you. I'm telling you that I don't like this, so if you keep doing it, chances are there might be some type of repercussions in whatever kind of way. That's on you, and you have to live with that.
You know what?
And can't be mad.
Let's read some comments,
yes.
and then we're going to talk about this thing.
If I can, because I forgot my glass. Here you go. Cass said, I'm putting a tracking system in everything she owns, so I'll know where she's at every minute of the day because I trust her. He's stupid. Barb said, there should always be boundaries of respect for the male partner. And like Cass said, we read that before about the advertising. Juanita said, you have to respect your spouse's wishes. You should ask them to tone it down a little, and if she doesn't, maybe she enjoys the attention from others. But if she respects herself and had good self-esteem, she wouldn't dress that way. And I agree 3,000% on that. Barb said he continued to exploit her sexiness once they became a couple, and now he wants her to reel it in. That's a thin line right there. Sandy said, not only is she being disrespectful to her husband, but she has children that could get embarrassed by how she dresses. She needs to fix it. And one more from Juanita. She said, okay, Kanye Kim has always been revealing herself. She loves the attention way before they came along. She's not going to stop now. Her money bag is huge, being her being a sex symbol.
And this is true. Okay, so know who you're with. And this I got to keep it 100. Know who you're with. You knew the type of woman you was dealing with before y'all got married. You knew who she was. All right, so Kim made her career off of being pretty and sexy. It's just like a model. She's a model. She's a sex symbol. She's all these things. So basically, okay, now you want me to tone it down, right? You want me to tone it down now because we're married. But this is who you marry. Kanye, and I said this to you before the show, Kanye was with Amber Rose before. Yeah. So you knew who Amber Rose was. Amber Rose was a stripper. Yeah. She was a stripper, and she was sexy and provocative, and she dressed crazy and all of that, and revealing and all of that. That's who Kanye likes. That's what he likes. So now that you're mine,
he wasn't married to Amber. Amber was his girlfriend.
That's okay. That still shows what he likes. That's the type of woman he likes. All right. Kim is making her career off of fashion lines, lingerie lines. Right? She has a lingerie line and all these types of things. So she puts up revealing pictures of her in lingerie or whatever the case may be. That's just she's basically marketing. She's marketing herself, and she's marketing her brand still. And listen. So you can't say that this is who she is, because she has evolved. She's doing great things. as far as with social issues and everything like that. She's evolving, but at the same time, I actually get what she's saying. Now, listen, you're on this journey now. You're becoming spiritual,
Yeah.
and you have your church now, and you're following this change. Your music is changing, or whatever. Kanye is showing growth and evolving, just like Kim, though. She's evolving, and she's showing growth. So now the discussion, Kim is basically saying, listen, you're on this journey. I'm not right now. I'm not on this journey with you right now. Right now, I'm not on this journey. So, okay, you still have to give a person, if she does a lot of what she does for her brand and for her lifestyle and marketing and everything, you have to give a person time to transition, and you have to give a person time to kind of get where you're at if they want to go where you're at.
Let me ask you a question though. Do you think Beyonce is sexy?
I never was a Beyonce fan, so you asking the wrong person. But
you gotta be a fan.
But yeah. I mean, she's sexy.
Beautiful,
yeah,
right? Now
she does it on stage.
Stage,
right?
Stage.
Instagram is Kim's stage. It is. That's her stage.
But listen, where I'm trying to go with this, because Sandy hit it on the head. She said you can be sexy without being too revealing.
Yes,
you absolutely. And I think that that's the route that Beyonce takes. Beyonce still looks beautiful, and wears nice, elegant things, but she doesn't have all her stuff hanging out all the time. Like, she'll wear nice pieces and will still get attention. People will say she's beautiful.
The difference is, bro, Beyonce's claim to fame is music.
It's all right.
It's
even
music
though Kim's claim to fame is supposed to be fashion now,
model,
but that doesn't mean that
model.
she has to look like a slut. Like I said, so you could look at Beyonce stuff and say that you could think that she's in fashion, because she is into fashion, also makeup. Like, so she still she has the same kind of background of business as Kim does.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, you don't have to be that revealing. That's a choice of hers. You can still get the same stuff across by toning it down some, and still be looked at as beautiful, still be looked at this and that. It's the fact that she wants to get by the clothes that she wears. It has nothing to do with anything else besides she wants to get a certain kind of, oh my God, did you see what Kim had on?
But the whole thing, you have to understand again who she was from the door. She didn't who she was from the door. And I'm not gonna call this man's wife a hoe either. I'm not gonna do that, because if she's single, she could do what she wants to. So somebody called you a hoe before you got married to your wife, just because you were single, you could do what you want to. I never called her a hoe.
I didn't say you called her a hoe. You said Well, I mean, you're saying it without saying
no,
because you're saying
what
she knew what she was
exactly.
Before
I never called her a hoe. Yes,
I'm not saying you physically said the
Kim
word.
always dressed provocative. Because she dressed provocative, she's a hoe.
Before she was,
you labeling now, bro.
I'm not labeling.
So you can't. That's not what I meant.
She is what she is.
No, I'm not calling that woman a hoe.
She dealt with, how she dealt with them, like just her movement.
P, you just call 80% of women a freaking hoe based on how they dress, bro.
If you a hoe,
you a hoe. Even if they went multiple men, and they're not married or whatever like that, when you in the single life, you can date, you can have as much sex as you want to, or whatever. That is your choice.
That is your choice.
So basically, what I meant, because I got to clarify that for P. What I meant is, you knew who she was before you married her. She was always dressing sexy before that. She had her lingerie line. She's a model. She always put up sexy pictures on the gram or whatever like that. That's not calling her a hoe, bro. You know what I'm saying? She always did that. You know, so what I'm saying is,
Kanye, I do apologize for calling, because I know you would take offense, even though I'm on your side.
I would never call her.
You know what your wife is.
That's a wife.
That's what it is.
That's a wife now. Yeah. That's a wife. She's with one man.
Well, that's what he's trying to. That's the message he's trying to relate to her.
Can't call that woman a hoe.
You're my wife now. A said, man, when you get married, you've already said since day one that you got to tone it down. That's common sense. Something your mate shouldn't have to tell you, Grown-ups are not infants, so we all know and understand that we do whether it's right or wrong. So to me, it's no excuses. Let me craft that up for you, Ace. I agree. Ace also said, right, bro, if you owe, you owe. I mean,
Juanita says, on Kanye, Kim has always been revealing herself. She loves the attention way before he came along. She's not going to stop now. Her back and see, and just even that's the truth. That's just who she was. But my whole thing is, I'm not gonna call her
I get what you're saying.
Now she's married. She's a married woman now.
I get what you're saying. I get it,
and
I get what you're saying.
That's who she was. A housewife, all of that.
But it's, and I'm not even saying it. But what I'm saying is, like, that is so selfish. Then, as a human being, why get married if you're not willing to elevate, as you're saying she's doing, with your mate? Like I said, you cannot do the same things married that you do when you are single. True. You can if you want to, but that is a recipe for destruction.
This is true. Now her dressing habits, all right, and the way she carries on as far as out in the street, like she was out partying all night without Kanye, and she was out doing certain things, and she was being seen, photographed, whatever, like with in the case of Antoine Fuqua with Eddie Murphy's ex-wife or whatever, and dude is married, and she was out there like that. I would have a problem. But Kim always dressed sexy and revealing and whatever, and she and I hate to say it, but Instagram, that's her form of marketing now for a product, for a brand. So she throws up a pic or whatever, and people are commenting on this pic. It's bro, listen. So and what Kanye got to realize too is that even if she decides not to throw up any more sexy pics, people are still jerking off to the old ones.
But okay, that's fine.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fine.
It's the internet.
So what about when she throws up like a total nude? What is she marketing then?
Her ass. No, I'm just kidding.
Show's over, folks. Let's go.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Let's answer.
I'm just kidding.
What is she marketing?
She wanted to do it.
Then?
So when she threw up the last sexy pic with her, she was showing her baby bump, right? So now Beyonce did a lot of them.
No, I'm talking about just a straight up nude, whether she had a back or whatever she's doing. So what are you promoting at that point? You got makeup on your back? I don't know.
Well, then too. No. Let me keep it real. I was making a joke when I said that, but I'm gonna keep it 100 too. First of all, she's a woman that had she got 2 babies now. What they got 2, 1?
I know they got
whatever.
Do they got 3?
But
they might have 3.
Yeah, they may have 3 or whatever like that. So women go through their thing like, am I even sexy any longer? They do. They go through that.
I know that.
I know a lot of women go through that.
No, every woman go through that.
So then takes a little time to lose the stretch marks if you can lose them. Takes a little time to get the weight back down and all of that, whatever. So
But do you have to show that to the world?
Well, listen. Everybody deals with it different, and I'm not even. You know what? The thing is, now that's how Kanye.
Erica says 4 babies. I thought, they might have 4.
Yeah. So I'm showing. This is Cassie now. Recently, right? So Cassie's with the new dude, and she gained some weight. Yeah. Right in this piece, and she's throwing up. And you see the pic. She's still throwing up. But don't make no excuse for Cassie either.
I'm not. That's what I'm about to say. I'm about to say why? Why do you need
still
to
wants
do
to
that?
show everyone I didn't lose my sex appeal because I either had a baby or I'm having a baby.
This is my problem. My problem is that matters so much to you that you have to prove it to the world instead of just worrying about the man that you with feeling that way about you.
She's about to be they just got married.
They
right?
got married. Exactly.
They just got married.
So you just get married,
and
having this baby. So that's my problem though. So you want the world to know, hey guys, look at me. I'm still beautiful, right? You still bang off to me, right? Like that shouldn't even matter. What should matter is, does my husband feel that I'm beautiful? Which I'm sure he does.
Absolutely.
He tells me every day. So that should be enough. That's where my problem is.
With some women, it's not enough.
You're looking for the validation of others, and that is the issue to me.
Remember
when the person who's supposed to be important to you tells you that bothers me, and you still saying pretty much to him, well, I don't care what you think. I need their validation to feel good. Screw you. That's basically what she said to him.
But listen, that conversation is not over. So we caught.
Oh, it's definitely not over.
That conversation is not over. And my whole thing is listen. She said what she said, but at some point you do have to sit down and have a talk with yourself. And like, I do have to take this person's feelings into consideration. So like, Cassie just got married, and she's pregnant, and her recent Instagram pic is this. She just posted this up. Cassie, a beautiful woman. Cassie's always been pretty beautiful, the whole nine. You know, she posted it up, whatever. And it's funny, her comment on the post is like, "This is me having a bad day. This is not my greatest picture." And whatever.
Like, knock it off. So she's looking for more sympathy.
Yeah,
oh, Cassie, no, you're beautiful. You're always beautiful. You're still beautiful. Like, knock it off.
And we don't know how her husband feels about that, whatever. I know me.
Man, listen.
I've had conversations with Sandy, whatever, like that. Like, babe, those pants a little bit too tight. Or, babe, this is whatever.
And she changed
or whatever. And not all the time, bro. Sometimes it's like, you know, her excuse is, this is the only thing I could find on my other clothes. Is not, I didn't take clothes to the wash, so I didn't do it. You know, but
I'm lucky.
But
anytime I had that kind of discussion with my wife, she changes it.
But
thank you, love.
No, but like I said, you know what I'm saying? Like, she knows, you know, if certain things bother me, whatever, and then, you know, she's a type, she don't want friction in the house. It's like, I don't want friction in the house.
Stupid too.
Once you make a comment or a statement that something bothers me, the next thing is to try to rectify that situation.
Yeah,
or to find a solution for
it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? But if somebody do have the attitude where I'm aware, I'm going to do what I want to do or whatever like that, you know, then
you might as well not be together.
That's an issue.
That's a big issue.
You know, that's an issue. So I'm quite sure Kim would process that. Now, the bigger issue they got that I read through that whole situation is Kanye's journey, his transformation.
Yeah.
So his transformation,
she's not necessarily ready for it.
Yeah, may affect
their relationship,
the way their interaction and how they want to live together.
Absolutely.
You know, because now if Kanye's not about this, if Kanye's basically saying, I'm not about this life no more.
Not about secular.
I'm not about this life no more. And the woman in my life, that's just like, you know, when a man finds God or whatever like that, he's expecting, or if a man goes to church, he's expecting, you know, his wife to accompany him to church, or be right there by his side. Yeah. You know, if a man decides, I want to be a pastor, listen, you have that talk about, you're going to be my first lady, you know, of this church, or whatever the case may be. I mean, so this is all the things you kind of, you know, sign on for when you decide to get married.
Yeah, being equally yoked is real.
Yeah, when you decide to get married,
yeah,
and your husband wants to live a certain lifestyle now, and he's cleaning his act up and whatever, and when you got married, we was drinking, we was partying, we was doing drugs, we was doing whatever the case may be, whatever. Oh, we was always having fun doing this, and now you decide like, dang, you know what, this lifestyle is no good for me no more. I don't want to be out there drinking, partying all the time. I don't want to be doing drugs. I don't want to be wilding out. And I know we was doing this before, honey, but we need to change and clean that up. And if she's not ready to clean that up, y'all gonna have issues.
You're gonna have big issues.
Yeah, you're gonna have issues.
But see, that's the thing. You should, as a couple, you should always be elevating, and you should elevate together. Like if one is taking a higher road to something, why would you want to stay on the low road by yourself? Why would you not want to be at a higher road with your mate and y'all living your best lives? You know what I'm saying? I get it, all the tension and stuff like that, but all that attention is not good. Like sometimes attention is bad, and the more attention from the wrong places is horrible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like, you don't necessarily need, like, people have to stop letting other people validate them. Like, other people's validation of you should mean nothing.
I agree 400% on that. Khadijah, shout out to Deja B, said, let's not forget, when they got together, he started dressing her. He told her that because he's a rapper, he needed to have the sexiest mate. That's why she said, because you are on a new journey.
Yeah.
And you got to look at it like that. And not for nothing, I know he wouldn't admit this, but sometimes I feel as though too he was always in a competition with Jay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like Jay married
Who
Beyonce.
had the baddest chick? Absolutely,
yeah, so he got one of the prettiest,
absolutely
deemed to be one of the prettiest chicks in the game, in the entertainment game, whatever.
Yeah.
And so now, okay, if she's got this, I want you to have this.
Yeah.
If this person, she's rocking like this, I want you to start rocking like this. So you go through that, but at the same time, we know that's a different Kanye.
Yeah.
All right, a whole different Kanye. He's evolved. He wants his wife to evolve with him, but you got to give people time to change. And this is one thing I realized too, with just being in relationships and being married and stuff like that, whatever. It's like, you got to realize that your mate is still not you.
Absolutely.
So, and a lot of people, they want their mate to be them all the way. I get it. I have to accept the fact that my wife, Sandy, is an Eagles fan. I have to accept that shit, and I have to live with that.
You have to live in the same house with her.
We went to a sports store yesterday, and I got some Giants gear. And then she said, babe, I want to buy this Eagles hat. I'm getting this Eagles
Dallas
Scully hat. And I was like, well, you can buy that with your own money. Because I am not participating in that at all. So I got it, and then I realized when we got home, she still got that Eagles hat. She snuck it up in there somewhere in a bag or whatever. I was wondering why. I said, dang, I thought
this was only supposed to come out the such and such and such. There must be hell of a taxes on this.
So it is what it is.
Too funny.
But we've learned to rock.
Yeah.
She watched my Giants games with me. I watch her Eagles game with her after I wake up. All right. So now let's move on.
I'm with you on this one, though, Kanye. I got your back.
Let's read some comments.
I'm
with Ye too. I get it, but
yeah,
give us some time.
Asa said, "Y'all on point today." Juanita said, "Every time it starts getting good, I have to go. Peace and blessings. Peace to you." Phyllis is on the check, and she said, "Norm, you are funny talking about my girl and the Eagles." Yeah, I mean those things are real too, but I mean I don't know. Best of luck, Kanye. That's all I can say on that one. I think that's gonna be a long, hard road for him, though.
Yeah, let's see. Now let's talk about this thing, man. Wait a minute. Before I even go up there, I'm gonna stick to topic. Then you got Cardi B. She's married to Offset. Yeah. She's with Offset, right?
Yeah.
So when you co-sign in certain behavior, right? Because evidently Kanye was co-signing Kim's behavior before. He was co-signing it. Then you got to prepare that when you're ready to kind of shut that behavior down, they're gonna be like, oh no. And look at your girl Cardi around her husband, Offset, on video. Check this out. They're at the beach or somewhere.
No, anyway. Well, he won't always be all right with it, maybe.
Well, now see, he all right with that. Offset is all right with Cardi acting out like that.
So, like I was saying while Norm was playing the video, see the difference in Cardi and Offset and Kim and Kanye is age. Cardi and Offset are still kids. They're in their 20s, so that's still cute to them. Now, once they get in their 30s. And the 40s, that's not gonna be as cute. And if she's out in public doing that, also gonna be, babe, like what you doing? Like stop doing that. Like, but babe, I was scripting. I know, babe, and if you want to do that for me at home, it's all good. But we can't do that in the streets now. We got kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. When you get older, you are supposed to mature, and like with marriage. You're not supposed to do the same things as an adult that you did as a child. Adults should not be doing childish things. Yeah. And that's where it happens. It has to go with the evolution of growing up.
Bro, I went into Sandy's account and took all her twerk videos down. I took all of Sandy's twerk videos down. I was like, oh no. All right, so talk to me about a little bit about this story, man, because I actually haven't followed this one like I should about the lady that got shot in her home by 5-0.
Oh yeah, so and I forget her name offhand. So the newest case in it's the first story after whatever it was. The newest case in police shootings in America. Once again, back in Texas, the Fort Worth woman was playing video games with her nephew when she was shot by the police. So the young lady basically, if you want to go to it, I can read it out or whatever. A Fort Worth, Texas police officer called to check on her residence with the door that was ajar, opened fire on a woman, killing her inside the home, authorities said. The shooting was early Saturday, occurred less than 2 weeks after a police officer in nearby Dallas was found guilty for the murder for fatal shooting a man in home in 2018. In both cases, the officers are white and the victims are African American. In Fort Worth shooting, which occurred at 2:25 a.m. Saturday, the victim was identified as Tarrant County Medical Examiner as Atina Coker Jefferson, 28, according to the NBC Fort Worth. So I actually have two videos I want to watch. One is going to be a clip on the story and it's going to show the body cam, and then the second I have a body cam video also, but you need to check out the last part of the video, then we're going to talk about it. So let's check this out.
Live from South Victory, this is WFAA News.
Thank you for joining us here on Facebook and YouTube. We normally on WFAA have a newscast at 6, but due to college football, it has been preempted. So for the next few minutes, we hope to keep you up to date on a big story that so many of you are talking about right now. A woman was shot and killed in her home by a Fort Worth police officer around 2 this morning. Now, we know a lot of you have questions, and we'd like to hear those. You can leave them in the comments below, and we'll try to get as many of them answered as we can. This happened on the south side of Fort Worth on East Allen Avenue. That is where WFA's Eric Alvarez is live to talk us through what happened here. Eric, I know a lot of people still gathered at this home behind you.
Yeah, pretty big turnout. A lot of people want to know exactly what happened here early this morning. It happened here at this home on East Allen and Mississippi. Right now you can see friends and loved ones are here at the residence supporting one another, trying to make sense of this terrible tragedy. Now, neighbors say 28-year-old Tatiana Jefferson lived here with her 8-year-old nephew. Around 2:30 this morning, and neighbors saw the door open and the lights on. He called a non-emergency line asking police to come see if neighbors were okay. We're about to show you what happened next. This is the body cam footage provided by Fort Worth Police in its entirety.
Put your hands up. Show me your hands.
So
yeah, the next tragedy.
Yeah. I noticed they moved the weapon.
Yes, and that's what I want to talk about, because it's crazy. The narrative that if there's no one else there to be able to put it together, that the police will come up with. And I'm glad that someone picked up on this, who were taking these pictures. Like I said, if you notice at the end of the video, that's the reason we actually went from one video to the next, because it was going to show the shooting on both of them. But I said, let me just show the last one. If you notice, it said in still picture number 1 where the gun was found, the gun was like on a dresser or something. But in still picture number 2, after they staged the crime scene, the gun was set by the victim's hand as if she had a weapon in her hand, and so he could use the narrative that's why he that's why he shot. I don't believe I just said that's why he shoot it. Jesus, that's why he shot her. But even if that was the case, it's Texas, where you can own a gun. You can own a gun in any place, but Texas is an open carry state. She was in her home. So, officer never identified himself as such. So, if I am a Texas homeowner who everybody brandishes weapons, and I see some creep at my window tell me put my hands up, if I have a weapon, I would shoot you, because you're trespassing on my property and you're at my window in my backyard. So I'm absolutely going to defend myself, as I am allowed to do by the Constitution. So we know this cop's going to try to get off. We know what just happened. So I'm sure that's why they tried to stage the crime scene, to try to make it look like it was a different situation. But even if that was a situation that this person had a weapon in their hand, you never identified yourself as a police officer. So you were in the wrong from the jump street. You should have never fired your weapon without identifying yourself. First of all, you barked a command and shot a second after. So there was no way in the world that anybody would have been able to even, accommodate your command in the first place. So I hope that we do get to see justice again, and that this jackass of a human being who just took a person, I'm getting so frustrated with us. It's like we cannot do anything without either being harassed by the police or being killed by the police. We can't cook out. We can't go into our own apartments. We can't drive our own cars. We can't go to CVS. We can't do anything. So the first joker gets shot in his house eating ice cream, and then this young lady gets shot in her house playing a video game with her nephew. So come on.
The previous story was 2 seconds after he shouted commands outside the house, a Fort Worth police officer opened fire into what looks like a dark room. Moments later, Atiana Cocrease Jefferson died in the bedroom of her own home with her 8-year-old nephew nearby.
Yes.
Now Texans are outraged over the death of another black person killed at the home by a white police officer. Now the update is, as of 2:15,
yes,
the officer who fatally shot Atiana Jefferson in her home Saturday morning has resigned. Fort Worth interim police chief Ed Klaus said Monday the officer may face criminal charges. Klaus said Fort Worth Mayor Betsy Price said the killing of Jefferson was unjustified. The mayor said this: "I'm so sorry on behalf of the entire city of Fort Worth. I'm sorry." Price told reporters Monday to Atiana's family, "It is unacceptable. There is nothing that can justify what happened on Saturday morning. Nothing."
And the craziest part about this goes back to why, and a few people have been putting this on Facebook. This goes back to why I said before that I, Smooth P, Pierre Parker Jordan, is never calling the police. I'm not calling the police for nothing. Either I handle it myself or somebody else I know handle it. I'm not calling the police. The police were called for a wellness check. So they were called to go over there to make sure that she was okay. And instead of going over there to make sure she was okay, they shot her,
Took her life.
and killed her. And
her
the
life.
guy who actually made the call is like, man, I feel bad now. He said, I kind of feel responsible. I just wanted to make sure she was okay, but I feel like if I never called them, she would be alive today. Which he's absolutely correct. I mean, there could have been something that was going on, but it wasn't. It's the problem is that we are weaponized
What did he see?
by this.
What did he see? A door open?
Her door was open. It was late, so it's like, her
Something
door's
could be wrong.
Yeah, something could be wrong. Her door's
Okay.
never just ajar like that. So he's just calling them. Like say, didn't call the emergency. He didn't even call the emergency number. He called the regular number. Hey, I'm a neighbor. Such. Could you please send somebody over to? They didn't even go to the front door. I mean, you walk around. Why didn't you come to the front door and knock? Hey, such a police. Is everything okay? We're coming in. So instead of you going to the door that you seen was cracked, like the call said, you're snooping around. And then you go to a bedroom, put your hands up, and you immediately shoot and kill this woman.
So here's what I want to know. So the process of him resigning, right?
He resigned so that he wouldn't be fired. The mayor made him resign.
Yeah, you know what?
That's why he resigned, so he wouldn't be fired.
And so the city couldn't be sued. See,
They
that's
still
another
could be
thing.
sued.
But they cut out some of the liability by him resigning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So people were probably pissed
now,
if he was still getting paid.
Because now,
are you on paid
now
leave?
they have to deal with him directly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now when it comes time to prosecute and all of that, that's all on him. They technically, they don't have to pay for his defense either.
No, well, no, yeah, you're right. Well, he resigned. I'm about to say if they fired the PBA would have been, but you're right. Since he resigned, you're right. No, they cut their ties.
Yeah, they don't
he cut ties.
Yeah, they did.
Wow.
They did that strategically.
Wow.
They don't have to pay for his defense.
Yeah.
Or nothing like that. So now you're on your own, buddy.
Wow.
You're on your own, and we're gonna see how this play out.
Got to make examples of these guys.
But we got to see how this plays out because, I just want to know if they caught like how we watched that video and we see how they put the gun in her hand and all this stuff like that. I just want to know how this plays out because the only evidence in this case is the body cam.
Yep.
And just like the mayor looked at it and said there was no justification.
No
for
justification.
it. So like this should be swift. To me, swift justice needs to happen. Is he under arrest though?
Nope.
So that
because he may face charges. So at this point they haven't even decided whether or not they're going to try to charge him, which they should charge him with murder. What else could you charge him with but murder? You didn't give this person a chance to do anything. You came onto this person's property and you shot them in cold blood in their house playing a video game. That is nothing other than murder. So I'm hoping that this plays out the way the other case did, but I'm hoping that this officer actually gets the time that he deserves, unlike the young lady did. Like,
wow. Phone lines are open. You can now call in 646-233-1302. What y'all think about the situation? How y'all think this is going to play out? Do you think charges are going to come?
Absolutely.
Against the officer?
Absolutely.
Do you think there's going to be a trial?
Absolutely.
Let's just see how this thing plays out, man.
Let me read some of these comments. Ace said, I'm glad Indiana passed that law. If authorities come on your property starting BS, you as the property owner can bang on the police. That should be in every state to me. Basically, if they can't control the crooked cops, the civilians will. Barb said, Dallas and Fort Worth are next door to each other. So you would think that the officers should have known better. Exactly. The officer just resigned, like we just said, Barb said. Phyllis said, that's so sad. Prayers go out to the family. Barb also said he needs to be charged with murder. Absolutely. Ingrid said, yeah, I'm back. What did I miss? We were talking about the young lady who was killed over the weekend in Fort Worth, Texas. Timothy Beverly said he didn't take time to observe. It was less than 2 seconds before he shot her. He said, why didn't go to the front door first? Exactly. Like I said, which it was open. You're doing a wellness check. That's what you should have did. Such a police. We're coming in. Barb, we have to develop a love and self to build communities and be proactive enough to develop banks, open industry businesses, bring jobs, and police our own communities. Yep. Ingrid said they only cut out people protesting on their steps. Phyllis said yes, Norm Swift is the key word.
Yeah, no doubt.
It
no
won't
doubt.
be Swift.
Yeah, hopefully it is. Certain things are just, I mean, granted, the Amber Geiger thing was cut and clear, basically. You know what I'm saying?
And that wasn't Swift.
Yeah. So, I mean, just hopefully,
This is cut and clear.
Yeah, but hopefully, and he was on duty. She was off duty.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be a lot of factors into this where we already know the police ain't rocking with him. They like, let's get rid of this headache right now. You know, so either you're going to resign or we firing you guys.
Yeah.
We're going to give you a choice so you can go get another job. Try to get another job.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
You know? I don't
Crazy,
know.
though.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy. We got a lot of places to go. All right, let's lighten it up a little bit. This is some real ish, but it's kind of funny. We need to lighten up right now. So let me read y'all this. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. So, funeral cracks up as dead man screams, "Let me out of coffin."
Holy shoot.
So, funeral cracks up as dead man screams, "Let me out of coffin." This was kind of interesting. Sad at the same time. He got the last laugh. Loved ones at an Irish funeral for Defense Forces veteran Shay Bradley were shocked, then delighted when they heard the voice of their late friend calling out from his coffin. Hello, let me out. They heard on Saturday at Bradley's funeral in Kilmarnock, Leinster, as his casket was lowered into the ground. The pre-recorded message continued, "Where the F am I? Let me out. It's effing dark in here. Is that the priest? I can hear? This is Shay. I'm in the box. No, I'm effing in front of you. I'm dead." A video of the prank posted on Twitter Sunday shows mourners laughing and crying as Bradley's voice began to sing, "Hello again, hello. I'm just calling to say goodbye."
Okay. Now I feel better about this story. I'm like,
yeah,
what?
this is deep. Friends and family said the good-humored officer and father made the recording because he knew he was dying of a long illness, bravely born, and wanted to make his family laugh rather than cry at the funeral. Those close to him are now using the hashtag Shay's Last Laugh to share the story. My dad's dying wish, always the pranksters, wrote his daughter Andrea on Facebook in a post with more than 70,000 views. You got them good, Papa Bear, and gave us all a laugh just when we needed it. I will love you forever. And here's a clip right here.
Hello? Hello? Let me out! Where the fuck am I? Hello? Hello? Let me out! It's fucking dark in here! Where the fuck am I? Is that priest I can hear? The fuck? Let me out! Hello? Hello? Stop the mask! Stop, I can hear you! Hello? Hello? Please! Hello? Who's there? Hello? This is Shamey, I'm in the box. No, I'm fucking front of you, I'm dead. You gotta hear that. That's me. Hello again, hello. I just called to say goodbye. I'm going to die, I'm afraid to say. Hello again, hello.
He wanted them to go out laughing, instead of crying. So he knew he was dying, and so he made that pre-recorded thing and put it down there, put it in the box. They had somebody put it in the coffin. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Wow.
I want to know how did they time it like that to know when it start playing.
Now they could have had something.
Yeah, that's true.
The one person that he told about it.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. That's crazy. Well, hey.
We got something else on the lighter note if you want. Something that's alive though.
What's
something
up?
that went viral. Just play a clip. A little cute little clip about a 3-year-old boy. And we all need to feel this way. Let's check it out real quick.
I am smart. I am blessed. I can do anything. I am smart. I am blessed. I can do anything.
That sweet moment, moving and inspiring so many people. 3-year-old Ian saying his daily affirmation on a simple walk to school. His mom teaching him that important lesson just a year ago. He is smart, he is blessed, he can do anything. And look at that face.
He's cute too.
He's a cutie.
All right, parents are doing a good job.
Yeah.
knows he's a young king in the making, so that's what's up.
Yeah, definitely that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So your boy, Elton John, now kind of, well, in a way, yeah, he is. He's kind of shitting on Michael Jackson a little bit.
Wow.
Elton John says Michael Jackson was mentally ill and a disturbing person to be around.
Wow. Wow.
He says, yeah, he says God knows what was going on in his head, and God knows what prescription drugs he was being pumped full of. But every time I saw him in his later years, I came away thinking the poor guy had totally lost his marbles.
Wow.
I don't mean that in a lighthearted way. He was genuinely mentally ill, a disturbing person to be around. Wow.
Okay. Why is everybody attacking Mike now that he's gone? Like why nobody
easy to attack somebody when you can't fight
but
back.
they can't exactly defend it. That's why I don't respect it, and I don't listen to none of that nonsense. Like if you couldn't say these things while this man was on this planet still breathing, don't say him now. Don't tell me how messed up he was and he was just that and the third. If you didn't think that way, you didn't feel that way, it didn't come forth when he was here, keep it to yourself. Like I don't want to hear that shit. Like that aggravates me. Like that's horrible. You're attacking somebody's character when they're dead who can't defend themselves. Like knock it off.
No doubt. So Judge, Judge Lynn.
Yes.
From TV.
Lynn Carter.
Yeah. She had a lot to say about Judge Tammy in the Amber Geiger case when it came to the hugging and giving Amber Geiger a Bible. So this is what Judge Lynn had to say, and let's see if we agree with her. Here's the clip. So basically, Judge Lynn Toler calls out Judge Tammy for treating Amber Geiger as the victim in her own murder trial. All right, and here's the clip.
I think what she did was grossly inappropriate.
Oh my God! Wait a minute. Okay, see, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy, Brent.
I think everybody agrees that was just unusual.
But there are a lot of levels to the things that she did wrong. First of all, she did not, although I did not see the entire sentencing, you need to focus on why she's going to jail. She already had some kind of racial animus, so she had all these things that she did wrong. That's what you focus on. You're going to prison for this, not, I'm so sorry you made a mistake. That's number one. Number two, you can't, not only are judges not allowed to do improper things, you have to avoid the appearance of impropriety.
Amen. Yes.
And
Yes,
if
ma'am.
she's not in the habit of hugging murderers, then she shouldn't have hugged this one, because the only reason she hugged her because she was a police officer. Third problem that she had is she shouldn't have given her a Bible. What are you going to do with the atheist killers? I think what she did was grossly inappropriate.
Oh my God! Wait a minute. Okay, see, I'm not crazy.
He said, what are you gonna do with the atheist
Chop,
killers?
chop.
Judge Lynn ain't playing with them. That's why I love her though. She don't bite her tongue. She speaks the truth.
It's the truth.
Man.
It's the truth, man. This thing can't be over. I'm quite sure they're gonna try to get her out of there. They're gonna try to get her out of there, man.
I mean, honestly, she kind of opened the door up for that to happen for herself. She really did. Whether or not she think there was any misconduct, or not, it's not what you felt like. Well, I'm a Christian and I'm compassionate. No, like Judge Linda said, it's not that you're not supposed to do improper things. You can't give the appearance of doing something improper.
You did that openly and publicly.
Openly.
It was like, wow. You could have went in your chambers and brought it back in your chambers.
You could have said, I want to see you in my chambers real quick.
Here's his Bible. Take this Bible.
Did whatever you wanted to do. Y'all could have drunk tequila. You could have told her whatever. You know what I'm saying? But to do that in front of the cameras, just because you felt that the family felt some. You know what? The family has the right to do that. The family can do that because legally it doesn't matter. They can forgive whoever they want to forgive. But you as the judge, who are supposed to be sitting on that bitch fair and impartial, should never step off that bench to make any kind of contact with anyone, ever, especially not a murderer. Like she said, if she's not in the habit of regularly hugging murderers, oh, I'm sorry you made a mistake. I know you're going to do 30 years of your life. And handing out Bibles. Here's your Bible. Don't do it. And all I can say is good luck to her, because she probably will be removed from the bench. With all of the backlash that's been coming, they probably will put her under review and find that it was unethical.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
So Lauryn Hill's got a solo single coming out. First release in 5 years. Gonna be interesting. So she's officially returning with new music. The legendary singer is releasing her first record in 5 years. Wow. Her track will appear on the soundtrack for the upcoming film Queen and Slim. I want to see this movie, man.
Okay.
You heard about that?
No.
Queen and Slim is about it's with the dude that was in Get Out.
Okay.
The main star. Mm-hmm. And I forgot the other young lady's name, whatever. And basically, he saved her from getting shot.
Okay.
By a police officer.
Oh, wow.
By a white police officer.
Okay.
It has something to do with that type of theme or whatever. And I heard people are talking about this movie. They're saying this movie is going to cause some controversy and all of this. But it's funny how the timing is so crazy of this movie with everything going on. So Queen and Slim, I want to check that out.
Yeah.
I will be going to the theaters and spending some money. No Cody, no watching it at home.
Who's making it?
On the special sites. I'm not sure.
Yeah, figure that out too before you say that.
No, I still want to see it.
What Duke has said about Harriet.
Mm-hmm.
He looked it up and it's not written or produced by anybody black. It's not back. So it's.
I look at that two ways.
Blackwashing.
I look at that two ways, right? So there are some Caucasian directors and writers and producers and everything. They want the story the way it was. They ain't trying to whitewash it. There are some. You look at somebody like Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
He's always been rocking. Like the Django, they was pissed at him for making that. You saw that movie, right?
Yeah.
And that was crazy because you know why? Because he was killing Caucasians.
Yeah.
So they was pissed at that. So I mean, you got to look at it like it depends, because sometimes you can get some. I gotta say this: some black writers and directors too that still don't tell our stories the way they should tell it because they're trying to appeal to Hollywood.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it depends. So we gotta see. That's what I'm saying. You gotta see it.
Yeah.
And then you can tear it apart, and then you can be like, well, such. They should have had this. They shouldn't have did this, or whatever the case may be. So I still want to see Harriet Tubman.
Have you heard Lauren's voice lately? I know at one point her voice was like it wasn't. I know her last comeback she had tried to do, and it was like I was like, wow, I was so shocked at how she sounded, and she looked like she really wasn't in it. So I'm hoping that her voice is back, and also I'm hoping that because I've heard a lot of stories of people that work with her that said that she's very difficult to work with.
Yeah,
like the musicians and stuff. Like
I know that person.
I've heard some stories. I've heard a few different people have said it.
Dude that we met.
Yeah, exactly.
Thursday.
Yeah,
he worked.
But so it's like hopefully things have changed. I want to see her win. She's definitely very talented. One of the most talented female artists of our time. So I'm hoping that she wins with this. Definitely.
What happened with this, man? Suspended cop thing. All right, so suspended New Jersey cop. This is close to home. New Jersey cop, his wife indicted in beating death of 3-month-old daughter. So suspended New Jersey cop and his wife indicted in beating death of 3-month-old daughter. Come on, man. All right. The suspended New Jersey police officer and his wife charged earlier this year in the death of the 3-month-old daughter have both been indicted, officials said Friday. Daniel Bannister, 31, was indicted on a murder charge, while Catherine Bannister, 29, was indicted on a charge of reckless manslaughter. The Mercer County Prosecutor's Office said in a statement Friday both Ewing residents are also charged with child endangerment. Bannister was first charged with child endangerment before prosecutors later added the more serious charge. The infant daughter, Haley Bannister, died 6 days after going into cardiac arrest on December 5th, 2018. The baby was found to have a fractured skull, brain bleeding, and had multiple fractured ribs, authorities say. And an autopsy determined Haley died from blunt force trauma to the head following what authorities describe as a pattern of abuse. Her wounds reveal ongoing injuries visible from 9 skull fractures, some of which show signs of healing. Authorities said that led investigators to determine she had been hit multiple times on different dates, according to the documents. There was also signs she had been shaken and 4 ribs fractured weeks before her death. This is sad situation, man. So in a text from October 4th, when Haley would have been just over a month old, Catherine Bannister confronted Daniel Bannister about bruising around the baby's mouth that allegedly came from him pressing his finger against her mouth to stop her from crying. Screenshot of a GoFundMe campaign started to help the Bannisters shows Haley, the infant who was allegedly murdered by her father, Ewing police officer. The campaign raised more than $17,000 following the baby's hospitalization and death.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, lock them up, throw away the key, man.
Definitely. Everybody's not meant to be parents.
Yeah, throw away the damn key on that situation, man.
Like I said before, when I said about what we talked about with the young lady blowing the weed smoke and stuff and shaking and dropping. Like, if you don't want your child, there are so many people out there who want babies, like, who will love on these children that you guys apparently hate.
Yeah.
Like, don't kill your children. Give them away. Give them to someone who will take care of them. Like, that just.
And speaking of that, let's go and let's end off on.
Oh yeah,
this
some of them gotta give away.
All right, all right. Let's flip the script. Mother of 9-year-old charged with starting fire that killed 5 family members says he has a good heart. So the mother of a 9-year-old charged with starting fire that killed 5 family members says he has a good heart. Okay. Alrighty. The mother of a 9-year-old Illinois boy charged with starting a fire that killed 5 of his relatives has spoken out in defense of her son, saying his dead family members would want him to get the help he needs. Everyone is looking at him like he's some kind of monster.
Yes.
But that's not who he is, 28-year-old Katie Atwood told. People make mistakes, and that's what this is. Yes, it was a horrible tragedy, but it's still not something to throw his life away over.
Okay.
He's 9 years old. Okay, all right. The child, identified by his own mother as Kyle, was charged on Tuesday with 5 counts of first-degree murder. Wow, they charged a 9-year-old.
Yep, look what he
with
did.
5 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of arson, and 1 count of aggravated arson. The victims include Allwood's other children, 2-year-old Damon Wall and 1-year-old Ariel Wall, her 69-year-old grandmother, Catherine Murray, her fiance, 34-year-old Jason Wall, and her niece, 2-year-old Rose Wall. This is crazy. And this is a picture of the whole family that the 9-year-old killed. And wow, this is crazy, man. Allwood managed to escape with her life when the blaze broke out on April 6th at the Timberline mobile home in Goodsfield near Peoria. Everyone else was sleeping she said, and she was only able to save herself. I stood at the window and I told my kids I was sorry I couldn't save them. Mommy was right there and I loved them. So at least hopefully they heard that. She said, I don't know what's worse, hearing them scream or hearing them stop. Allwood added that her son, who was recently diagnosed with a form of schizophrenia, ADHD, and bipolar disorder, has a good heart. He helped feed his brother and sister, helped teach them how to walk, she told the Chicago Tribune. Yes, he should be punished, but he needs mental help, and that's what he needs. That's a mom standing by her child. All right. So, how y'all feel about that?
I feel he need to never see the streets again. If he could do all that at 9 years old, he has all the makings of a serial killer.
I agree.
And get him off the streets. Forget all the. If you want to put him in a mental institution too, but he should never see the streets again.
Should he be? What y'all think? Should he be out? When he get 18, he might be released. When he turn 18, might be.
He killed 5 people.
So you think he gonna do life?
He killed 5 people. It depends on how the prosecutor looks at this. Like say, apparently they charge him as an adult. So if he gets 5 counts of murder, because he got murder and arson. So unless a doctor does diagnose him with schizophrenia, that would be his saving grace. I would think that they would probably put him into a mental institution. And not necessarily give him life in prison, but you do gotta kind of be screwed up to do that, to burn down 5 of your family members. But the crazy part to me is how the mother wanted to talk about how this Joker has such a good heart. He tried to kill you too. You just happened to be asleep and said F the rest of your family. Because like I was telling Nora when we was putting the story in the beginning of the show, before the show, I'm like, there's no way as a parent that I am going to run out of a burning building, hear my children in there screaming, and I'm going to stand and say, babies, daddy's here. Daddy love you. I'm so sorry I couldn't save you. Babies, are you still screaming? No, I'm running my behind back into the burning building, and I'm trying to save everybody, and if I die in doing so, then that's what I'm going to do. You think
something fishy?
Absolutely.
You think the mom had?
The mom probably isn't cook. If she's the only one that survived, and now she's talking all goody. She probably listen. This joke ain't gonna kill me too, But I don't know. It does sound a little fishy. That
go ahead, baby. Light the match.
Yeah.
You think it was like that?
Everybody made it but her. Everybody comments. Died but her.
Let's read some comments.
Oh man. Before Barb said, can't wait to see it. Talking about the thing you're talking about before. Lauren Ingrid said, I love Lauryn Hill as long as she's not doing a concert. Ingrid also said, I saw the movie Black and Blue. The movie is a must see and relevant to these times. Phyllis said, R.I.P. Poor Baby to the story before that. C.E. King Parker's on the check-in. What's up, C.E. King? Ingrid said he killed his own family. Don't let him off to kill someone else's. Fact. Phyllis said, exactly, Smooth P. I'm trying to save my family. Timothy Belfley said she could have used him as an excuse of getting rid of the others. Yeah, that's what me and Noah was talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know.
Baby, it's all right. He has a good heart.
Insurance. Let me find out her insurance policy though.
His family wouldn't want him to go to jail forever for killing them. What? I'm haunting his ass every night. Mm-hmm. I'm coming back to the trailer park haunting him every night.
Something ain't right.
Jeez.
Let's see how this insurance policy stuff go.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Daryl D. May said, trailer, there must have been a huge trailer for her not to wake anyone else up. And actually, no. And I should have put the picture of the trailer. It was a regular sized trailer. So exactly. So how did you make it out of that trailer, like you said, without waking anybody else up, or you couldn't grab anybody else. It was a regular size trailer in a trailer park. Absolutely. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that nonsense. And well, that's why I guess you could hear them screaming while they were burning the hell up, because she was standing outside the window of the trailer. Talking about, babies, my mommy's right here. I'm sorry I couldn't save you. What? Could you like look at that? That's a regular size trailer.
Yeah, let me try to get this picture.
So, mommy couldn't save you. I'm sorry, babies. Are you burning? Is it hot? Is it fire? Babies?
Yeah,
Like, come on, man.
I'm quite sure they got to do some investigating.
Oh, they absolutely, yeah. Because if I was the police, I would be trying to figure out, was she linked to this? Did she put him up to this? Did he actually do it? Or is he the scapegoat that she's using?
And you know the insurance company going to conduct
absolutely.
their own private investigation too.
Because of the fact that it's deemed arson, they're not gonna pay her any money. The fire chief already deemed it as it was arson. They don't pay out for arson. It was a family member. It was her son burnt down their thing.
Yeah, because if there's a criminal mischief clause in there, whatever like that, she's not the criminal. They still could pay her. There's criminal mischief type clauses in these things too.
Well, so. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but all I can say is, to me, I'm not leaving my babies. I'm not leaving my wife.
I agree.
I'm not even leaving my dog.
Did you make an attempt?
Did you make an attempt?
Did you try to find a fire hose or a water hose or something? Anything? Jug of water? Anything? Did you
put a cup in the toilet? Something? Anything? That just like I said, something just don't sit right with that story. And Norm's actually pulling up the picture of the trailer now, so we're gonna show you guys the picture. I mean, to me, that just, I don't know.
All right, here's the trailer right here. Let me get it for you. Here's the trailer right here. All right, so that's the home.
Yeah. So she made that, but she couldn't get the babies out.
No, I don't made it. They must have been sleeping hard or something, bro. If nobody made it out of that mug, not even the fiance, he killed everybody.
I wonder what toxicology reports show too. Did they have anything in their system besides smoke, or were they burnt up? That, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man.
And what he do? I wonder how he did it though. Like, I wonder how he even did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you pour? Hold on. Caller from the 908, state your name where you calling from. You're on the Man Cave Show.
Good afternoon, family. This is Brother Timothy.
What's up, Brother Timothy? How are you, sir?
Hey, how you doing? Hey, listen, the other 5 all children?
No, it was two adults and 3 children.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. She might be the crazy one. She probably just used him to get rid of them all.
We were thinking that.
Yeah.
And that was her firstborn. So, if anything, she might not want to get rid of him.
I know all about them firstborn. Check them out. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
No,
I'm saying.
I'm just listening to you. You said you know all about them firstborn.
Yeah, man. Some of them crazy.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like you, bro. I don't know, man.
It just seems like something is more to it.
Yeah, it's more to it. It's more to it, bro. What's going on, brother?
Like I say, you're looking at her and the firstborn, the only 2 that get out. I mean,
Exactly.
Like I said, it's just suspicion, and I know how they do their job.
Exactly, bro. Well, luck, my good brother. As always, good talking to you, man.
Yes.
You been good though?
Oh yes, sir. Like I said, I want to say to your, from my mouth to your ears, I want to say I appreciate you all for supporting my sister in her show, her plays.
Yes.
And man, I love you guys for that.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, brother.
No doubt. It was a great show. Great play. Definitely a great play. Something to be seen.
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate you guys again. We'll call again. Have a blessed one.
You too.
All right, you too, brother.
Yeah, man, crazy. Again, I'm quite sure that investigation won't be easy.
Nah.
It won't be easy. But Yo, why you got a lot of craziness, man? You got a lot of crazy looking people for stories. Florida man's mugshot goes viral after traffic stop arrest. Jeez.
What's the other side?
What's up with this dude?
Yeah.
He looked crazy.
Old crew.
A traffic cop not led to the arrest of a traffic stop not only led to the arrest of 3 people, but to a mugshot of a Florida man that is going viral. The Marion County Sheriff's Office posted the mugshot of 34-year-old Ricky Daly on Facebook after he was arrested during a traffic stop in Ocala. Deputy Bowman conducted a traffic stop on an expired tag behind the wheel. He found Ricky Daly, who had a suspended driver's license, the sheriff wrote. Now, Daly's mugshot sent the internet into a frenzy, racking over 7,000 shares and more than 5,000 engagement. It looks like his mom had an affair with Shrek, wrote one commenter. They should have just hopped aboard Dumbo and flew away. Y'all wrong, man. Y'all wrong. Others defended the man against comments that made fun of his appearance, with one person writing, "They are all someone's baby boy and girl. May this help them get the help they so desperately need. Lord have mercy." Wow.
And this is the picture of the band of bandits. Like, look at them, all them jokers. I was telling Norm, like, they look like they should be in an episode of Men in Black. They all look like aliens. They all look like some of the characters. But that was a hell of a group right there. But I would have pulled them over too.
Well, look at this one, and watch out for this dude. Have you ever see this dude? Yeah, so this creep walked 351 miles for sex with 14-year-old girl who was an undercover cop. He walked 351 miles because he thought he was going to have sex with a 14-year-old girl. They got his ass. Good for him. So a convicted pedophile from Indiana was busted for trying to have sex with a 14-year-old girl after walking 351 miles to meet her, according to authorities. Tommy Lee Jenkins, 32, began an X-rated instant message exchange with a teen named Kylie in Wisconsin who was actually a sheriff's deputy. Jenkins asked her for sexually explicit photographs while badgering her to meet him for sex in Whitestown, Indiana, where he lived, officials said. When he refused, he set off on foot. When she refused, he set off on foot for where she supposedly was in Neenah, Wisconsin, repeatedly sending her explicit messages and updating her on the progress of his desperate hike, according to prosecutors. Damn, there's some sick people in the world, man. Sick people.
That joker walked 300 feet.
His mammoth trek ended with a surprise. Sheriff deputies and an FBI agent waiting to bust him, authorities announced Friday. Jenkins was charged with using a computer to attempt to persuade, induce, or entice a minor to engage in unlawful sexual activity. He faces 10 years to life in prison if he's convicted.
Could you imagine how mad that joker was after he walked 351 miles thinking he's going to get him his 14-year-old, and they locked his crazy ass up?
Good for him.
Good for you. I hope you got all kind of blisters on your feet. I hope you got Fred Flintstone calves right now, because you're going to need them in jail. Yo, these people is crazy.
Crazy people out there in the world, man. Listen, man, everybody be safe.
Jeez.
Watch your back. Be vigilant.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of craziness, a lot of corruption going on in the world. And we'll be back, man. We'll be back. Happy Monday to everybody. Make sure y'all tune in. Soups got Unboxed in the Business.
Yes.
And that's from, I think that's from 7 to 8 or 6 to 7.
6 to 7. I'm thinking it's 7 to 8.
7 to 8?
Yeah.
7 to 8. And then Beards and Ballheads tonight. That's from 9 to 10:30.
Yep.
So make sure y'all tune in and check out those shows. And you got the Owl Show tomorrow popping off at 7 p.m. And then end the game with BKS1 at 9 p.m. All right, so always something going on at BKS1 Radio. And then you got the 24-hour music play once we leave.
That's
all
right.
So just make sure y'all keep it locked. And again, my prayers go out to DJ Jess' family.
Yes,
and I think
yes.
DJ Jess just lost his mom in a car accident and everything. And we went to pay our respects to them, to the family this weekend. So again, our prayers go out to the family. DJ Jess, we love you, bro. And hope to see you soon. All right?
Yep.
So again, remember, this show is never about us.
No, it's always about you.
Because
You are the next best kept secret. Also, we love you guys.
And there's not a damn thing you could do about it. Not a damn thing.
We out here, y'all.
November 14th, it goes down. It goes down November 14th at NJ Pack with the legendary Shaka Khan, November 14th. And I'll be rocking out that after party for Shaka and NJ Pack. All right, so y'all come on out and have a good time November 14th. Get those tickets, man. Go to NJ Pack and get those Shaka Khan tickets, all right? Peace and blessings.
Peace.
Man Cave Morning Show on BKS1 Radio.